Hi, I'm Kai from Auto Exports, and today we've got something a bit special for you, but I'm feeling a tad underdressed, so hopefully by the magic of cinema, I can... Perfect, let's go. I've come somewhere that's got the same levels of grandeur and luxury as the car in question. Canham Hall was originally designed for the Manners Sutton family by Sir George Gilbert Scott, the architect of the famous London St Pancras station, after this building was destroyed by fire. Welcome to the BMW 740 LE, potentially the world's fanciest plug-in hybrid, and what seems to be a bit of a conundrum when you first look at it. This is the long wheelbase plug-in hybrid version of the 7 Series that starts at around £75,000. It has a 2-litre 4-cylinder petrol engine combined with an electric motor for a total output of 326 brake horsepower and 369 pounds-foot of torque. It seems like a car that to really appreciate, you don't drive, you have to be driven in. So today, I have a chauffeur. Now we're on the road, the 7 Series really starts to come into its own. The air suspension gives an exceptional ride quality, and BMW have excelled themselves in keeping the road noise to a minimum. It really is the place for any self-respecting millionaire to be. In the back we have 2 screens that can be independently controlled using a tablet mounted in the central armrest. This tablet can also control the rear seat functionality, interior lighting and window blinds. So what I really want to try and find out is if this is a car that you drive or you have to be driven in to really appreciate it. But to be able to give a fair comparison, I need to get behind the wheel of this thing too. Right, apologies in advance for wearing sunglasses, and it's almost night. I was stupid enough to leave my prescription glasses back at the office, so we're going to have to do it like this. So, I've been ferried around by the lovely chauffeur, and now I thought I'd try and get a taste of what this car is actually like to drive as well, so I can make a decent comparison between driving it and getting chauffeured in it. So, immediate impressions, this is actually a really nice place to be. I've always been more of a fan of driving than of being a passenger in the car, and it is absolutely lovely in the back. You know, if I was going on any sort of long journey, this is the car that I'd want to be in. But just in the front, I don't know, there's something about driving for me that ticks all the boxes. So at the moment I've got a heads-up display in front of me that you probably can't see on camera, that's displaying the speed limit and how fast I'm going. I'm not sure if I tuned it to navigate somewhere that would pop up as well, but it's a nice looking system. Overall, the interior is a really nice place to be in the front. I've got to say that I'm not hugely impressed with the panel shifts, which I thought looked like brushed aluminium but feel a bit plasticky to me. Which is, I think, the only bit of plastic that I've seen in the car so far. To drive, it's quiet. It's actually, I think, quieter in the front, and maybe it's because I'm paying attention to the road rather than just sitting in the back relaxing. It seems quieter in the front than it does in the back, which is incredible. So in terms of the power delivery, it's extremely smooth. So it's not a car that encourages you to drive quickly at all. One of the things that I've noticed, this is the long wheelbase edition, which means it's a million miles long, but it doesn't really feel like that to drive. It doesn't feel much bigger than any other normal saloon car, so you can still navigate around roads without it feeling huge. I mean, you drive Range Rovers and stuff like that through small towns, and sometimes you get the feeling that you're just taking over the road, but this doesn't seem too bad at all. It seems about normal. But if you did mostly long journeys, I'd recommend one of the diesel engines rather than the hybrid, which can actually achieve much better fuel efficiency on the motorway. Inside, the 7 Series is a masterclass of luxury and technology. It has the latest version of BMW's familiar iDrive system that can control everything from the car settings, to the climate control, to the entertainment system. So is this car something you really have to be driven in to appreciate? The answer is yes and no. It's almost like it has a split personality, and the experience isn't really comparable. The back is an incredible place to be pampered whilst relaxing, but actually the front is brilliant too. For such a small engine, in such a big car, it's actually a really engaging driving experience. So to really appreciate this car, what you need to do is buy it, then employ a chauffeur. Part-time. Maybe every other day.